California, turn signals aren't supposed to be red. So I'm not sure this is cool to be a blinker anyway. So what I'm probably going to do is double up the, let me show you here, they had me tap in the blue, they had me tap in to the brown and white and the orange with the blue and the red. I got to figure out which one's turned and which is riding, and just make this an exceptionally bright riding rather than deal with. See, it's flashing okay now, but I don't want a freaky fast blink every now and then. See, now it's going to be okay. I think the flasher unit or something maybe gets a little warm and then it calms down. But if you leave it off long enough, she'll fast blink. I'll show you again. All right, here we go again. We're going to turn on a turn signal. Yep, fast blink. It'll mellow, but I'm not willing to deal with that. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make this red one riding, since turn signals I don't believe are allowed to be red, except unless you're an old car or something. So as you'll see, it'll tame down here in a minute and actually start. There it goes. Not cool. So chances are, if I didn't have these on, it would probably be okay. But since I added those, it's putting too much of a load on the flasher unit. The flasher unit is fast blinking. As a matter of fact, I think this regular blinking that it's doing now is faster than normal anyway. Anyway, I don't trust it. I don't want to be out riding and have a bunch of fast, weird blinking. So we're just going to eliminate those as blinkers and go full brightness on riding. All right, so let me do that. We'll come back. Okay, and there we have it. We now have both LEDs hooked up to riding. What does that mean? Now their instructions are a little weird. They say on the left side. Now, for me, when I'm on looking at the back of the bike, this is the right side, but this is the left side for them. Anyway, they had you tap in the, I believe it was red, to the brown and yellow here for the flasher light. What I did is I just doubled it up with the posi tap. So I didn't even use the spade connectors. I just stuck the bundle into the slot, crimped them all together. So now blue and red are attached to orange, which is full bright riding. For me, looks good. All right. So no turn signal there, and as you see now, I will not have a fast flash. See, works perfect and regular. No weirdness. No flash here, but again, red lights being flash turn signals, not sure that's cool in the state of California. Anyway, bottom line is I've got nice bright riding lights now, double tap on the orange wire and the black wire to the black wire. I'm going to do the same thing on the right side. Simply, I don't want to deal with the flashing issue. All right? You may not have the flashing issue if you didn't add these. I think these are adding to the load, which I added a while ago. So again, that's the way I'm going. Okay, folks, so I told you what I did over here. We'll put the light back in. Now we're going to the other side to add the red light, which I've already done to the cover. You can drill the hole here. However, I'm also adding the show chrome third and fourth brake light. Now I'm only going to add the third one that goes around the rim here, and not the one back here. I think it might be too much. And they're riding / brake lights, so I don't want to look like a Christmas tree. Anyway, the cool thing is for those they give you this harness. There's no posi tabs. You don't have to strip wires and do all kinds of stuff. It just plugs in between the light and the harness here. And the cool part about that is adding this red light on the chrome here. I'm going to tap it. This allows service. By the way, the reason they do this is if ever someone's got to take these panels off and you've got those posi tapped in, they can't take the panel and put it over in the garage like that because it's posi tapped in. This is the only, those lights, that third and fourth brake light, attached to the panels, and so therefore they do the right thing and they give you a harness that a service person could unplug and take with the panels. I'm going to tap into here instead of tapping into my harness with the posi taps. So if you don't decide to add this as well, then you'll be tapping in just like I did on the right side for that riding light. I'll be tapping in, you'll be tapping in here, but I'm going to go ahead and tap into these. So this will go in, and then I will explain where I tapped in. Basically, it's going to be black and orange, and I'm going to put the blue and red from the show chrome side light to orange, and I'm going to put black to black, right? And then these other wires go to the LED strips. So it's going to be the same thing, black to black, blue and red to orange, and that'll give me riding full bright on this side, just like I showed on the other side. And then I'm going to do a separate video, or maybe I'll just combine it, doing the other show chrome lights, okay? All right, we will continue. Okay, and there we go, full brightness. Again, I tapped the blue and red into the orange and the black on the black using these posi taps, and just tripled up the wires. And this one tripled, that one doubled. No big deal. By the way I did that was I put the thin wires in the posi tap, crimped it, then there's a little locking tab. You just stick a small screwdriver under there, open it up, and then you can stick this back on the larger wire so it's at the top of the crimper, not at the base, and it works perfect. As you can see, full brightness. Lights are on, and again, because of the mirror turn signals I added, it was giving me a fast blink, so I just went with full bright riding lights. Okay folks, so we used the swabs, which I've already thrown away, to clean up the area, and then used the adhesion promoter tube, which what you do is you crush the dot right here, that breaks a vial inside and causes this wick to get wet. And then be careful, don't swipe it too much because it is kind of like a glue to some extent. Anyway, I didn't go right to the edge, and the reason is after test fitting, and when you get to where they say wrap the shrink tube, I was out of room. So don't start right at the edge. Test fit everything first. But anyway, I have pre-installed this and made sure the trunk cleared. As you're applying it, what I suggest you do is you stick it down and start pulling the tape off. So you pull the tape off a couple inches, stick it down, and then start pulling the tape off and work it. Make sure you work it down so it's at the bottom. If you get it too high, when the trunk closes, you're not going to see very well. You want it right on the bottom of that ridge. Alright? Then I did what it said. I heated this up with a lighter, made a bend, and here's the tie wrap holder. You can see these don't really hold that well, so I'm going to leave a little bit of a loop up here and a loop in the middle. I've added both of these to this panel because I'm not adding the fourth brake light that goes between here and the bottom panel. Alright, so we've got our wires. We're going to go ahead and hook them up and install the panel. And that pretty much adds the third brake light. Again, I'm not adding the fourth. Reason being is the fourth is not a brake light either. It also is a riding light, and I just didn't want to be lit up too much like a Christmas tree. So it's up to you. Which is your waterproof seal. You don't want to be inside this. So that looks like a perfect place. Anyway, we're going for it. Okay, as you can see, I've got the hole drilled right in the corner here. Did it from the outside in. And then another hole drilled right here. After you can see it. And then, as you can see, these harnesses are going to be hugely way too long. Alright? I only need to run right up to here. So, I'm actually going to cut mine. But if you don't want to cut yours, there's a ton of room inside here to coil up the excess wire before you bolt this on. Myself, I'm just going to go ahead and cut them. I don't have a problem stripping wires and whatnot. But again, if you don't want to, coil up the excess inside this Tupperware cover that goes on the lid, and you just stuff it all in there. Anyway, we will continue on. Okay, folks, so now that I've hooked up the turn signal / riding, including the front, and since I have mirror, I'm getting intermittent fast blink. And let me kill it. What happens is when you first start, it blinks fast and kind of weird. what I may do is double up the turn and writing so that these are brighter in the back, full brightness, rather than deal with a possible fast blink. So let me show you. Let me turn this on. See, there's fast blink, then it slows down, then it goes fast again. It's kind of interesting. I mean, it works, and then it'll eventually slow down to a slow blink. And then every now and then it'll fast blink. So I'm not so sure. Now, I will say one thing, at least in the state of California, turn signals aren't supposed to be red. So I'm not sure this is cool to be a blinker anyway. So what I'm probably going to do is double up the, let me show you here, they had me tap in the blue, they had me tap in to the brown and white and the orange with the blue and the red. I got to figure out which one's turn and which is writing, and just make this an exceptionally bright writing rather than deal with. See, it's flashing okay now, but I don't want a freaky fast blink every now and then. Now it's going to be okay. I think the flasher unit or something maybe gets a little warm and then it calms down. But if you leave it off long enough, it'll fast blink. I'll do it again. Alright, here we go again. We're going to turn on a turn signal. Yep, fast blink. It'll mellow, but I'm not willing to deal with that. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make this red one writing. Since turn signals, I don't believe we're allowed to be red, except unless you're an old car or something. So as you'll see, it'll tame down here in a minute and actually start. There it goes. Not cool. So chances are, if I didn't have these on, it would probably be okay. But since I added those, it's putting too much of a load on the flasher unit. The flasher unit's fast blinking. As a matter of fact, I think this regular blinking that it's doing now is faster than normal anyway. Anyway, I don't trust it. I don't want to be out riding and have a bunch of fast, weird blinking. So we're just going to eliminate those as blinkers and go full brightness on riding. All right, so let me do that. We'll come back. Okay, and there we have it. We wear cover that goes on the lid, and you just stuff it all in there. Anyway, we will continue on. Okay, folks, so now that I've hooked up the turn signal / writing, including the front, and since I have mirror, I'm getting intermittent fast blink. And let me kill it. What happens is when you first start, it blinks fast and kind of weird, and then it'll go into a regular bright blink. But I'm not going to button her up with that issue. I don't know if you can see, these are on as writing right now. So what I may do is double up the turn and writing so that these are brighter in the back, full brightness, rather than deal with a possible fast blink. So let me show you. Let me turn this on. See, there's fast blink, then it slows down, then it goes fast again. It's kind of interesting. I mean, it works, and then it'll eventually slow down to a slow blink. And then every now and then it'll fast blink. So I'm not so sure. Now, I will say one thing, at least in the state of California, turn signals aren't supposed to be red. So I'm not sure this is cool to be a blinker anyway. So what I'm probably going to do is double up the, let me show you here, they had me tap in the blue, they had me tap in to the brown and white and the orange with the blue and the red. I got to figure out which one's turn and which is writing, and just make this an exceptionally bright writing rather than deal with. See, it's flashing okay now, but I don't want a freaky fast blink every now and then. See, now it's going to be okay. I think the flasher unit or something maybe gets a little warm and then it calms down.